Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. Okay, I get the threats, but you have to remember one thing. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are, how you step on anybody to stay on the top.
How does someone who made bold accusations against music's most powerful names just vanish from the spotlight, especially when his demise raises more questions than answers? Uncle Ron, the outspoken former bodyguard who claimed he knew damning secrets about Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Diddy, died under circumstances that left many stunned. Even stranger, whispers about his death took weeks to bubble up online. Was it a natural passing or part of something far darker? Let's unravel what happened, the theories swirling around, and why his story has left countless fans demanding answers. Who was Uncle Ron? Before the controversies and viral videos, Uncle Ron was simply a skilled bodyguard with years of experience in high-profile security. He had worked alongside Beyonce and Jay-Z at different points, and his ties to Diddy's circle also ran deep. To the casual observer, he was just another tall, imposing figure watching over celebrities from behind dark sunglasses. Yet behind the scenes, Uncle Ron's work gave him a front-row seat to some of the most influential people in the industry. There were rumors he'd been witness to private conversations, backstage feuds, and deals that never made it to the tabloids. His personal relationships with these stars didn't just stem from short gigs. Many say he was trusted, at least in the beginning, and was kept around because he never seemed to talk. But in the months leading up to his death, that silence changed. Uncle Ron surprised everyone by starting to speak publicly, posting blunt TikTok videos about the shocking activities he claimed to have seen. These weren't just mild revelations. They involved everything from dark personal habits to major criminal accusations. And as soon as Uncle Ron's name began to trend, people wondered how long he could keep revealing this information without consequence. The allegations that startled the industry. Uncle Ron didn't hold back when he finally decided to go public. One of his most talked about claims was that Beyonce had been on hard substances for years. That was enough to raise eyebrows, but he also fingered her husband, Jay-Z, alleging that the rap mogul played a role in the notorious B.I.G.'s demise. According to him, both Jay-Z and Diddy wanted the iconic Biggie Smalls out of the picture for their own personal and business gains.
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me, believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself.
He insisted they orchestrated events to make sure Biggie would never overshadow them or leave their control. Even more stunning was Uncle Ron's statement that Diddy offered him $30,000 to carry out a hit on Biggie, citing his motive as securing all of Biggie's publishing rights. These statements set the internet ablaze. Fans of Biggie, Jay-Z, and Beyonce fought online battles defending or condemning the artists. Many chalked Uncle Ron's claims up to wild conspiracy theories or a desperate attempt to gain attention, yet others were convinced there must be some grain of truth hidden within. After all, he claimed to have been in the room, present at meeting, and privy to intimate conversations. It didn't help that Uncle Ron pointed to other people who share his suspicions. For instance, he cited folks like Gene Deal, another insider who was there the night Biggie died, saying they also believed Diddy had some hand in orchestrating Biggie's fatal predicament.
But I'm about to get this money. So he showed me, I said, you about to get that money? He said, yeah, look at this. It had Charlie Baltimore, Cameron, Little C's, Little Kim, Junior Mafia, Tracy, I don't know, Tracy Murray,
Tracy Lee.
Tracy Lee, and the commission. And I think the contract was for so many years for like 62 million, it comes out to like $62 million.
The more Uncle Ron repeated these claims, the more urgent his warnings became. He was clearly painting a picture that these powerful figures would do anything to keep certain secrets from surfacing. A curious timeline of death. Then came the day that Uncle Ron posted his now infamous video about Beyoncé's alleged drug use. He didn't mince words, and even claimed Jay-Z kept her in that state, so she would remain compliant and unable to challenge him. Hours later, he turned up dead, or so we were told. What makes his passing truly strange is how quietly it disappeared from mainstream view. The news of his death didn't break in the usual tabloids or entertainment sites. Instead, an announcement appeared on his own TikTok page from his wife, saying Uncle Ron had passed on September 13, 2024. There were no immediate headlines, no public outcry, no investigative deep dives, just a few cryptic posts, and the removal of comments on his social media. Several observers noted that any mention of Uncle Ron's death quickly vanished from his TikTok page. People tried asking what happened, but every time they posed questions in the comments, those questions were deleted. Even the date of his passing came under scrutiny, as many only learned about it over a month after it supposedly happened. This deepened suspicions. Were people close to him deliberately trying to keep the story hidden, or were they themselves under pressure to stay quiet? Fears, theories, and alleged motives. With the abrupt silence and the scrubbing of online comments, theories began circulating at a dizzying pace. Some believed he'd been targeted for speaking too freely about Diddy's alleged role in Biggie's death. Others were convinced his claims about Beyoncé and Jay-Z were the final straw, prompting an unseen hand to step in and remove him. Then there's the possibility that Uncle Ron really did pass away of natural causes, though many doubt it. He was, by all accounts, in decent health. He even posted a video cautioning viewers that if he died under mysterious circumstances, no one should trust any official explanation, labeling it a natural death. That particular video took on a life of its own, with viewers remarking how uncanny it was for him to give such a warning in advance. Another major claim swirling around is that Uncle Ron had been cooperating with federal authorities. If that's true, and if he was slated to testify in a broader investigation, his sudden disappearance would serve as a massive advantage to those he accused. After all, the last thing powerful, well-connected individuals would want is someone on the witness stand, sharing everything they supposedly saw and heard behind closed doors.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs, I turned him down because I also found out that very night that Biggie had plans.
A pattern of pneumonia, deaths as details trickled out. People started connecting Uncle Ron's reported cause of death, pneumonia, to other high-profile losses in the music and Hollywood scenes. The same illness was cited in the sudden death of Diddy's ex-partner Kim Porter, who passed away in 2018, and it also appeared in the controversies surrounding actress Brittany Murphy's demise. In each case, questions about foul play never fully disappeared. Kim Porter's passing was examined under a microscope because many found it odd that she was so healthy just before her abrupt decline. Meanwhile, Brittany Murphy's tragedy sparked years of speculation, with some critics arguing her official cause of death didn't align with the frantic final days she reportedly endured. Adding to the confusion is the name Ed Winter, a coroner who happened to be involved with the autopsies or case management of multiple celebrities, including Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Paul Walker, and others. Ed Winter's own cause of death was listed as unspecified natural causes, which only feeds conspiracy talk. While it's impossible to conclude anything concrete, these eerie parallels continue to fuel those who see a pattern in how certain high-profile deaths are handled and quickly swept under the rug. Public reaction and internet sleuth. The internet, of course, loves a good mystery. From TikTok to Instagram, viewers and fans analyzed every frame of Uncle Ron's videos for signs of fear or stress. They dissected the timeline of his death and pointed out how quickly the digital footprints disappeared. Many demanded a second opinion or urged journalists to do more digging. Jaguar Wright, known for her own unfiltered takes on the music industry, also chimed in. She suggested that the cause of Uncle Ron's death might be tied to something far more sinister than a common illness. She even threw out the same pneumonia label used in other suspicious celebrity passings, raising the question of whether a lethal pattern exists, one that disproportionately affects individuals linked to controversial revelation. Skeptics caution that all these rumors can become an echo chamber. People talk among themselves, jump to conclusions, and make leaps in logic. Yet the lingering question remains: when people in the industry speak out and pass away shortly afterward, is it just a tragic coincidence or something more coordinated? The rumors get even wilder. Uncle Ron didn't limit his allegations to Biggie's situation. He also made a jaw-dropping claim that Blue Ivy, widely known as Jay-Z and Beyoncé's daughter, is allegedly the child of Jay-Z's longtime friend, Tata Smith. This was a startling revelation, especially since Jay-Z has often referenced Tata as a close confidant who would protect his kids if anything happened to him. While the rumor's source is Uncle Ron alone, someone who was rapidly losing favor with the Carter family, its very existence highlights just how deep these controversies go. The statement was enough to light social media on fire for days, with people compiling evidence to either dispute or support it. Some saw it as the ultimate betrayal from a former employee who was bent on causing chaos. Others wondered if there was something behind the scenes that the general public might never see. This bold claim against the Carter family is yet another instance where people wonder if Uncle Ron knew more than he let on. Did he reveal these supposed secrets to protect himself, or was it a final, desperate move to call attention to what he saw as a web of lies? Conclusion: in the end, we're left with a string of troubling questions. Uncle Ron's sudden and low profile passing fuels suspicions that he wasn't just another conspiracy theorist clamoring for attention. He made explosive accusations against highly influential figures, and soon after, he was gone. Officially, his cause of death appears to be pneumonia, yet skeptics say it's impossible to ignore the eerie parallels to other controversial pneumonia cases. Could his demise have been a tragic twist of fate, or was it part of a broader scheme to silence him before he could step into a courtroom or drop more stunning allegations? Was he truly holding explosive information that threatened billion-dollar empires? Or was he an embittered ex-employee seeking attention? These questions may never have definitive answers, especially when stories are quickly scrubbed from social media and the mainstream press stays remarkably quiet. One thing is certain: every new revelation that surfaces, from Biggie's final days to Blue Ivy's rumored paternity, leaves a trail of speculation in its wake. The music industry has always been a mix of triumph, heartbreak, alliances, and betrayal. Uncle Ron's tale, whether you believe him fully or not, is one more chapter in a sprawling saga of secrets and suspicion. If his story teaches us anything, it's the reminder that sometimes, when you speak a bit too loudly about powerful people, you might find yourself at the center of an unsolved mystery. And that realization alone is enough to keep everyone listening, questioning, and wondering what else might be hidden just beneath the surface.